Are we there, my friends? Mark chapter 5. And let's notice what the Bible says, picking up in verse 5. 25 rather. The Bible says, and a certain woman which had an issue of blood, how long? 12 years. And verse 26, the Bible says, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but what? Rather grew worse and worse and worse. Now, my brothers and sisters, you can imagine that the nature of her malady renders her hopeless. Her body's blood supply is lowering, and she's becoming weak, and she's losing blood each and every day. And with the loss of blood, there's loss of oxygen and also nutrients. And this also affects her mind, as we studied this week, and also her body. And I could imagine the cramping in her abdomen, the pain and the suffering, with seemingly no light at the end of the tunnel. Now this woman now is fatigued mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and we can see financially, because the Bible said she spent all that she had and did not get better. She got worse and worse and worse. 12 years. And oh, how she longs, my brothers and sisters, for healing. And nothing seems to alleviate her pain. But we see that she's not only a woman of pain, she's also a woman of shame, because the Bible says that everything that she touches is considered contaminated. In the book of Leviticus, hold mark, we're going to come back there. But notice what the Bible says in the book of Leviticus, when there's a woman with an issue of blood. Go to Leviticus, and notice what the Bible says in chapter 15. Leviticus chapter 15. We're talking about a woman with an issue of blood. Now I want you to notice what the Bible says in the book of Leviticus. Picking up in verse 19, the Bible says, and if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be what? Unclean unto the even. So everyone that comes into her presence that she touches is unclean. So she is in isolation. And everything, verse 20, that lieth upon her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. Drop down to 25.